What's up? So I'm actually moving house in 2 days, and I'm just cleaning up a bunch of shit, you know. Yeah, just, every time I move, I generally move every few months. I just clear all my shit out, clear out a bunch of paperwork, blah, blah, blah. And I found paperwork, blood tests from when I had testosterone, when I took testosterone the first time. I just made a video about this recently, and I didn't actually know I had this paperwork. And my theory is more than confirmed. In my last video, I mentioned I think testosterone did not work for me the first time. I don't think it was so much that the testosterone was leaving my system in 4 or 5 days, which that's the half-life, whatever. But I was thinking it's more converting into estrogen. So have a guess what my E2 was back then. So I was taking 250 milligrams of testosterone in Anthate every 2 weeks. And I was probably on it for about 2 months. Now remember as well, this time my E2 was, my estradiol hit 60. 60 or 69, it was one of those two. Either way, it's high. I felt like crap. I got it tested. That was confirmed. And yeah, I felt like crap. So as soon as I added an Estradiol, which is lowering the conversion from testosterone into estrogen, symptoms resolved within days. So now I just have to get that balance right. I'm actually going to get another E2 test. Well, I was going to today, but where I'm at now, it's too expensive. So I'll just wait till I get back to my normal place of residence, where it's only like $20 to get it tested. So anyway, so I'm hoping it's probably, in the 20s, maybe 30s. Definitely not in the 60s, too high. But have a guess what it was when I first did testosterone, when I first did TRT. And this is interesting as well to note that, why wasn't this picked up, firstly? Obviously I should know about it, but at the time I was still kind of learning. My estradiol was 159. That's so high. Look, ideal you want it in your 20s or in the 20s, 30s. Mine now is in the 60s, and it was, and I felt awful. My God, it was 159. And you know what the cutoff point is? 160 for men. So already that's way too high. I guess, look, unless you've got crazy high testosterone. Well, actually, I wonder what my testosterone was. Whatever, not the point of this video. Ooh. Free test, though, was 616. That's pretty good. That's really good. I wonder what my SHBG was. I bet it was low, and I bet that's why. Yeah, 28, see? So the testosterone was lowering my SHBG. Yeah, it was skyrocketing my estradiol, though. That's really interesting, because I knew I had felt particularly bad when I was doing the 200 milligrams per week. But even so, even if I was just, it would have been. And you know what? I actually remember having this blood test done, and it was after 2 weeks, because I remember it was due, and I went into the doctor. I was in Australia at the time, and yeah, because I was like, that's when I was getting the doctor to do my injection. So I went in. He firstly really, really, really convinced me to not be on TRT. And then, look, honestly, what he was telling me, this sounds so bad, but I could refute. And that's back then, dude, where my education was, I knew so little about it. I'm still only learning now, but even then I was saying stuff and I was like, yeah. And I remember he was the one that actually said to me, I asked to get a DHT test, and he said, what did he say? Was it DHA? Maybe it was DHA. He was like, why do you want to get your DHA? And he couldn't figure it. Yeah. Look, point being, he was such a nice doctor as well, but it was really disheartening, you know, and he didn't pick this up. Anyway, I love blood work. I'm going to come in and check all this out. Sick. I love this stuff. Yeah, look, my LH and FSH are pretty much, yeah, not there. 1.0. Yeah, and that's, yeah. I'll get into fertility on TRT and why I'm actually, it's not a thing that worries me too much. Yeah, fuck it. Look, it's an added benefit for me. I'll talk about that in another video. Anyway, yeah, interesting, huh?